hope you're doing well today. I have decided to make you another video. I'm gonna try to make it fun for everybody, and just know that I'm not trying to teach you anything. I'm just walking through my own thought process as I try a new artist medium. To me, it's new to me. It's by Faber-Castell, and it's the gelatos. And I bought the metallics set. And this is just the empty box. I went ahead and took them out so that it would be a little bit smoother transition. This is what I got: a paintbrush, a couple of a hard sponge. This one's really hard and this one's very soft. Neither of which have I planned to use today. There's a silver, gold, copper, black, purple, peach, clear or white, depending on how you want to think of it, a green, a blue, a reddish color which is darker than the peach, and this is kind of maybe a skin tone. I don't know if the names are on here. They might have names. I haven't even looked to read. Iced rose. Okay, that one's called iced rose. This one's iced pear. Anyway, this is the set that I got, and the other day I scribbled on, took the crayon and went across the paper and then painted it with my paintbrush. I am going to show you that on a new piece of paper with just a couple really quick so that you can see. Let's go with the darkest, which is, iced coffee. Now that I notice they have names, let me put it on this side so you can see. Well, this is the iced coffee. You can see that it is like a crayon. It has a twisty bottom, twists up and down to get more or less. These can be used with or without water. I am also going to do the, let's see, this one is called metallic icing. Now you may not be able to see this one very well because it is very white, yet I'm still going to put it on the paper. Yeah, you can see that a little bit. And then let's go with the iced currant. Again, twisty and draw. Kind of looks like lipstick, actually. So you can use them in this way, where you're just putting them on the paper like that, and they will dry. I have my Derwent water brush here. I'm going to get that started with a couple pushes to push the water through. And this is what happens. I do not have Neo color, but I'm told that this is pretty much what you do with Neo color as well. So you can see how it really moves around on the paper. And in a little bit, we'll check back and see how it's dried. Sorry about blocking your view. My water's on that side. This is the clear or icing. And it's making a nice little shine. Let me move this over here so I'm not sticking my arm in your face constantly. And here we go with the currant, it said, and you can see. So, and these are all metallic. They do have several other types. So you can see this kind of is, working like a watercolor paint, essentially. In a big crayon tube, and so that's interesting. I always keep, even when I'm using my water brush, I always keep some water so I can clean my brush in between wet brush colors. So what I am going to do is set this aside, let them dry, and then we'll look at their shine after they're dry. Okay. Now, if you are a member of Susan Carlson's Ruby Charm Colors Facebook group, you know that you can download this fabulous seahorse and print it out on your own paper. I have already colored a little bit on these. I wanted to do a gray cardstock and a white cardstock. And this I already colored with Faber-Castell pencils. I'm about to show you which colors to create a metallic gold, just for experimental purposes. And then this one is gray paper, and I'm going to do the gelato background on this one, which I have not done before. This is a total experiment, so it'll be fun to see. But I wanted to put some pencil down too in the background, just so we could see the level of opacity that the crayons allow, and also whether or not the crayons would match and completely hide the pencil, because I chose 3 pencil colors that are in the gelato pack. What I've done in my creative companion journal is I went through my color chart and I picked my pencils, and I'm in the month of October already. So I have chosen these Faber-Castell colors for the white seahorse with gold crown. Faber-Castell color 177, 175, 177, 180, 187, 107. On the seahorse printed on gray paper, I picked Faber-Castell's 145, 156, and 177. So those are the colors that are on the paper now. All right, and so what we are going to do is I am going to start with the white cardstock seahorse with the gold crown, and we're going to work with one of these. I always have a paper towel as well. I have some paintbrushes, again, not sponsoring anybody, that I grabbed off of Amazon. I already took 2 of them out. These are the 2 that I plan on using. One is called angle and one is called round. This one's a 2/0 and a 1/8. They're for fine work. I have not used either of these brushes before. They're brand new. I hope that they do well. So I have those, and I wanted to try some of these metallics. This one is called Gold Champagne, and I have played with a couple of these colors on a previous piece called Fishy Fish that I did for the new book Ocean Imaginaria. Now, I guess I could show that to you really quick. Fishy Fish I just colored, and it is my first page that I've ever used the gelatos on. We did a Facebook challenge of only using Faber-Castell products, and that's actually why I bought the gelato, because I am addicted to shine, glitter, and metallic. And so it is in the water, it is on the coral bubble towers, and these little bubbles here, and a little bit in this other circle details of this piece. So I did that. That was my first one. So I have played with the gelatos a little bit. Let's stick that in there. So I not completely unable to work with them, but one of the things I discovered is that I can, maybe this will be a little faster because I don't want to waste your time, is you can actually get the water right onto the crayon and get that moved around just like you would using a watercolor. One of the other things that I did was when I was working with it is I cut a little piece of the crayon off, and I'm going to get those wet in a minute when I switch to background and use those. But this fine brush works really well for detail, and I'm going to put that in these circles. And this is the gold. I think it's doing nicely. I'm going to hold this up so you can see it better. I have a lot of control using this using it this way. So it is filling in with a nice little bit of shimmer for the detail. You can see in the circle that I didn't put it on thick. It still has some opacity. Now I can be able to layer a little bit more. It's already, you know, really sucked that water in, so it's giving me a little thicker. And I had watched a couple other YouTubers. There's actually several on here with these, and I mean not on here, on YouTube. And what I've saw is that coloring book artists aren't really the ones that had YouTubes with this product. They are scrapbookers and journalists and other types of crafting. So actually I really like the second coat on there. It looks a little better. And then let me try a darker color real quick. I wanted to go with not the darkest one that I showed you a moment ago, but this one is called Ice Chai or Chia, C-H-A-I, however you want to pronounce it. That's not my strong suit. So I'm going to switch to the slightly thicker brush. I'm going to dip this in my water just to get the tip wet and hurry this along. Try to get some good amount on here. I've got more water than I wanted. Let's let this soak in a little bit. So here we go. And I may make this into a two-parter because I'm already at 12 minutes. We'll see. We will see. It takes a minute for the water to really soak in, so it's very thin at first. But as I keep rubbing that water in, I'm getting a little thicker product. And I don't want it to be too transparent. I actually want a nice pop of metallic. And this one is brand new. It's only been swiped on paper once. So I think it's a little bit more resistant to the water I'm trying to get it to melt with, so I can get the consistency I want. But basically, as you can see, this is really coming out with like I'm working with watercolors. It doesn't really feel that different. It's a lot of product in this stick. So if I used them this way, I believe that these just might last forever. So there you have it. I have a shimmery gold detail to complement my pencil work and my seahorse with gelato. So that's one way to use it with fine detail and a paintbrush. So I don't know if the shine is coming through right now. All right. So here's my super experiment now, because I did the other fine work also on the fishy fish. I had used smaller brushes and I experimented with that control and I really liked it and that was good. But this background stuff, one of the things I did was I had cut off the caps and then I set, that might be a little more water than I want, put a little water in there, and let me pour some up. I soaked them in the water and let them soak that up so that I could do that is one way, and then I will move that around with a paintbrush. And then another thing that you can do with them that I saw on YouTube, not my original idea, I am not trying to teach you, I'm just showing you what I've learned so far and what I'm doing, what I'm trying actually. So you can take it and you can go right onto your paper. Okay, see that? It's right there. I am not drawing directly over my pencil work. I am going in beside it. Okay, so there's that. And let me put on some green over here by the green. And I think shimmery water will be, you know, like super cool background. Now, you can leave it like that and it will dry. And if that's how you want to use them, like a big crayon, apparently, they say that that is perfectly acceptable. Now I have a Derwent number 3 water brush. I'm going to squeeze it and get it started. Get some water in here. And let's just see how this moves around. This cardstock is not water paper. This is just straight up Crafter's cardstock from Walmart. I am going right over my pencil work. I'm getting a variety of thickness. Move over it. And of course, you know, if you get these, you can play with them in a more creative and less expedient way. I'm just being really quick because I'm not trying to teach you anything. I'm just, because I don't know what I'm doing either, really. I'm just playing with something new. So sometimes we get bored and we want to try something new. Also, if you're like me, backgrounds are overwhelming, scary, frustrating, a whole nother issue with trying to play with color. We know so many amazing artists that make us all feel like, why am I doing this? And certainly, why am I sharing it with people on social media? But, all right, so there you go. You see how that spreads and blends. It's actually even, I think, moving some of my pencil color around. I think that's pretty cool, actually. I can see a little bit of one of my blue pencils through it, but I can really see the green through that. I think that's really cool. Gives it a nice watery effect. And it did also move. I don't know if it was the combination of just the water or the gelato with the water that helped move the pencil around, but it did move the pencil around too. And so fun, easy, something different for a background. Because these seem to have so much product in such a small package, I feel like they would last forever. I forget what I paid for mine. I got them on Amazon. I have a Prime account, so it's easy for me to do that, to get things. I am seeing a nice little bit of the metallic shimmer is coming through as the detail dries in my gold seahorse. I'm going to leave this one like this. I want to see how it dries. It's just me. And then, where's that piece that I showed you? Alright, so here is the one that we started the video with. And there you can see how that shimmers. And that is my experiment, my live experiment with you with the Faber-Castell Gelatos. I hope that you found it helpful, interesting, or just satisfied your curiosity. And have a great day and happy coloring.